What's going on, y'all? Today we're gonna do something that everyone is probably doing this time of year, and that is you're trying to get your mulch, your plants, your flowers, your vegetables, and you probably need to pull out that old trailer that you had sitting for a while out by the barn, in the garage, or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna show you all what we need to do to get our trailer ready for this upcoming season to haul the material, flowers, mulch, dirt, things of that nature. Welcome to Arthur Hall. As you guys can see here, I got a couple of trailers here. I got a car trailer, I got a 10-foot trailer, and I got a 16-foot trailer here. And all the same rules are gonna apply. The only difference is that on that car hauler, there's 2 axles with brakes. The single trailer here, the red one, there's only 1 axle but no brakes. And this ATV type style trailer here, it doesn't have brakes on it as well. So what we're gonna do here, because I need to get this one going right away, is check the tires, check the bearings, and the lights to make sure that it's ready to go. So the biggest thing is that, again, here's your hitch, and there's the receiver, and you got your silencer here. And what I use, the ratchet wrench here, loosen these up. Pretty straightforward stuff here. And I'm doing this now because a good friend of mine needed to borrow the trailer, and I kind of figured, hey, what a good way to actually show you all some things that I do to get my trailer ready to go. So this is the receiver and hitch going into the hitch going into the receiver, and I'm gonna show you all that noise I was telling you about. So you take this, slide it in, and if you just put the pin on here like such, and even if you put a lock on there, this is the noise I'm talking about. That's what you hear when you're going down the road. And I'm telling you all, if you ever haul anything on a trailer for any amount of time, that noise is annoying, it's nerve-wracking, and you can get rid of that. And how you do that, you use this device right here, and it's made by Rhino USA. I bought this, they didn't sponsor me, and all you have to do is, again, pull your pin out, slide it in that way, slide it in between the receiver and the hitch as such, put it in, loosen the screw, because the way I store mine is stored on the hitch itself. Okay, and once you get it adjusted, go ahead and put your pin in first. Not looking, it's getting dark. Okay, put your pin in, then you adjust the silencer, and you grab your ratchet wrench, and you just want to tighten it even on both sides. So now, make sure it's tight all the way. Now, that's a solid connection, and that's what you want. Now that we're in the truck here, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can attach this trailer. And there is my new camera that I installed in the previous video. Now I'll put it in one of the cards there so you all can see how easy it is to install that card. So, let me see here. Okay. Okay, cool. Safety chains on. Connector. There you go. Okay. Truck hooked up to the trailer. Okay, y'all, here's the victim today. This is a 16-foot, what they consider an ATV trailer. And I won this trailer on an auction. I paid about 700 bucks, but into this trailer, I put brand new boards in it. So it has brand new floor, brand new lights. They're not new now, brand new electrical. So we already verified that the clearance lights in the front and this brake light works. But as you can see, this light is broken. So we're gonna replace it. And going around the trailer here as well, this light is droopy, so we're gonna replace this light as well. It's broken. We got wire hanging there because I'm pretty sure a rodent chewed through it. And then on the other side over here, we got to replace that light, right? That wiring there. So once we replace the wiring on this side, I'm pretty sure the driver's side, I should say, then this should be ready to go. So with that being said, that's what we're gonna do. Place the lights, replace the wiring on the driver's side over here, and then we'll go ahead and do our next other steps to get this thing ready on the road. So now we got the light working on the driver's side. And I'm pretty certain we'll get some flashing out of it and brake. So let me go ahead and just give that a try. So we know we're good to go. Yep, I see it from here. And I'm pretty sure we got flasher on the passenger side. So yeah, we're good to go there. So now all we have to do is just go ahead and replace the light. This is the Kenway 5-piece LED trailer light kit. And of course I got this from Harbor Freight. I'm not sponsored by them. I paid my own money for it or whatnot. So there are some things that that company is really, really good for. And I think these lights are awesome because the lights on the trailer are the ones that I got from Harbor Freight. But however, I know my silly horses and donkeys bumped into the light and broke them. So with that being said, these are actually shorter than the ones that are on the trailer. And I think that's just gonna give a little bit better protection from the animals. And obviously I'm gonna store this trailer away from my animals. Okay, so here's the lights for the trailer here. And as you can see, I want to show y'all something in the back. If you can read that closely, it says roadside. And then it says tail brown, and then you have the top left-hand side there. So obviously this goes on the left-hand side. And you have your white wire for your ground. Then you just splice these other two wires into the wiring for the trailer, and then you're good to go. So heck yeah, man. It's gonna be straightforward boat in. So let's go ahead and get this done on this side. Obviously, passenger side is the same way. You got your green, your white, you got your arrow here. Make sure it's it. You got your green, your white, your arrow right hand side, and then this says curbside. So this obviously goes on the curbside with the light flash, that light or lens facing out, and it goes on that side over there. So let's go ahead and get these installed. And the last thing I wanted to do, because we soldered and used some heat shrink on the wires there, I want to kind of put a little added protection here. No, it's not much, but it's better than nothing. What we're gonna do now, y'all, is put the tail light on the passenger side and wrap the electrical portion of the trailer up. And once we get done with that, we're gonna look at a couple other things on this trailer and get it done. Now we're at the point where we want to check the grease, make sure we have enough grease in the for your bearings there. And this is what they call a bearing buddy. So essentially, you tap this onto the axle, you knock it all the way in. This one's obviously installed, and then you get your grease gun, and then you start filling up with grease. Okay, nice. Once it's full of grease, put the cap back on it. There you go. The last thing you need to do for this wheel is you need to obviously check the pressure. So while you're checking the pressure, you want to make sure you air it up to manufacturer's recommended range or whatnot. So, and another thing you want to do is make sure you check the date and age of your tire. So here, as you can probably see, make out here. I'm gonna put it out here. So this was made, tire was made the 30th of 2018. So these tires are just about 7 years old. Okay. And then also on this tire, you want to make sure you kind of find the recommended pressure code, 50 psi. I'm reading this upside down. So we're going to go ahead and bring it up to 45 because I feel like that's a good starting point, because once these tires actually gain pressure, they're going to heat up, they're going to gain pressure. So that's what we're going to do here now. Put some air in the tire so we know this tire is ready to go. And as you all can see, with the trailer that's been sitting for a while, it's low. I know some guys that actually run their tires at the maximum. They run their tires at, if it says 60, they run at 60. So I like to run mine under because I know the pressures are going to come up. And that's because I'm a NASCAR fan and been watching NASCAR a long time, and it's a known fact that these tires will come up in pressure. So if you try to put it cold at 50, it's going to get higher than 50 once the tires heat up. So what I'm going to do is, that's 50 right there. Then I'm going to just bag it down. Let's do 46. Okay. And that's it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And that should wrap this up, you all. Okay, y'all. So this is a cool tester that you can buy to test the system of your tow vehicle. And if you're not sure that it's not working, then this is what you use. You just plug into your four-way, and you see the indicators there. You have your tail light, your left light, your right light. And if the left light and right light comes on when you press the brakes, that lets you know whether or not the brakes work. Okay, for the 2015 Silverado, I need this connector as well, because I can also test my what they call a 7-pin or 6-pin, depending on who you talk to or whatever, connected here. So all I would have to do Let's grab this here. I can test the 7-way and the 4-way plug here. So y'all, I'm gonna have to use this adapter to show you all how this tester is gonna work in my right portion of my hand. So let me show y'all what that looked like. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna show you how this tester work, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my tail lights. Left signal, right signal, and brakes. Okay, so as you all can see, that's how that tester work. I know the 7-pin work, and I know so the 4-pin should work. It should be but yeah, you definitely need a helper to do that, monitor the lights. But that's pretty much straightforward to using it and making sure that the system on your tow vehicle is actually working and going to actuate the lights on the trailer. There you have it. Brand new light, tail light there. Brand new tail light there. And we should be good to go. What did we do today? We made sure that that trailer was put back into service. And how did we do it? We checked the electrical system, we checked all the lights, we replaced 2 tail lights. Secondly, we made sure the wheel bearings had enough grease in them. And then finally, we made sure the tires were brought up to the proper pressure because this trailer has been sitting for a little bit. With all of that being said, first, I would like to thank everybody for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. It is my sincere hope that someone learned something, whether it was on this video or previous videos or even future videos. And with all of that, my name is Arthur. Thanks for watching Arthur Home.